trouble brewing. Ask Alma. Evil doing. Ask Alma. Time for viewing. Ask Alma. Are you down, feeling low? Are trials weighing heavy on your mind? I know a place we can go. Sit back and unwind. Grab a seat, put up your feet, and we'll ask Alma. Ask her anything. She has a certain flair for being tough, but always fair. So if you need someone who cares, ask Alma. Problems big or small, she has the answers to them all. So drop your questions, have them solved by Alma. You can ask her anything. Trouble brewing. Ask Alma. Evil doing. Ask Alma. Time for viewing. Ask Alma.
What? Ask who? Wait, did I hear that correctly? Ask who? Ask Alma. Hey now, here I am. How are y'all doing? Diva girl, were you rocking when you were listening to it? We should make up a line dance to it, shouldn't we? I know that would be a lot of fun. How you doing, mighty lord? What you think? You know I didn't do anything, but you know. Anyway, welcome. Hello to my loctician, who was the first one to log on tonight. Hey, girl. Hey. Braids Elite. Thank you, because, you know, I need you. Hello. Come on in here and say hello to me. I missed you guys last week. Valerie. Hello. Come on in, everybody. Come on in. Where is Tracy? Come on in here, girl. How are you? Hello. Sharon. Hey. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Welcome, y'all. I missed you last week, but thank you to Leah, my sweet niece, sat in for me. I think she will be with y'all on the last Tuesday of every month. Because, you know, I got 4 jobs and yeah. Tracy, hey, girl, hey. We are just logging on here. I hope that my sister-in-law is logged on. Rosie, Charlene, Darlene, Juanita. I hope y'all logged on or getting ready to log on. We are excited about tonight's show. We have some good questions. It's a lot going on. It's a lot that I want to talk about and I can't talk about because y'all know, there's certain things I can't talk about. But the White House Correspondents' Dinner was really nice. I'll just say that. It was very nice. And the comedian was very good. And President Biden was very funny. Yes, and we will leave it at that. So, welcome to Ask Alma. For the newbies, thank y'all for watching. I'm so excited that you're here with us, and I hope you come back. I'm Alma, and I don't do this by myself. No, I bring my friends in. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have people on my show that I know. I'm not even gonna lie. Hey, Bessie, how are you? It's because, we hang out. We do a lot of stuff together and we talk. And I really just want y'all to hear how we talk and have conversation with each other because it is always funny and fun. So tonight we're going to all hang out together and we will talk to each other and offer kind advice, okay? Because we're not really trying to embarrass your mother-in-law and all that kind of stuff. We don't do that. This is not a housewives show. We do it in a kind way. Yeah, straight up. But we are kind with it because you can be straight up and kind. And actually, I had somebody tell me, "You're the meanest, nicest person I know." But hey, I guess. So anyway, it's time to bring in my crew for the evening. Ladies, join me.
You caught me off guard.
You weren't ready,
I
were
was like
you?
listening to you talk. I was like, oh, wait.
You were not ready, were
Hey,
you?
everybody. How's everybody?
You always ready, girl. You
I
always ready.
tried to be. One of my colleagues watched the show, I guess 2 weeks ago, and she said, I was surprised you didn't talk very much. And I said, I have never had anybody tell
You
me I
weren't
didn't talk
watching the right
enough.
show. That wasn't
I,
Ask Alma.
I said, you are the first person ever to say that I didn't talk enough.
All right. That wasn't Ask Alma. I'm not sure what she was watching. I actually had a person ask me today, do you always have your friend D on with you? And I said, yes, I do. And she was like, why? Like, what is that? I said, because she's like a co host. And I know when I fall off, she'll pick it up. I said, girl, there
Or
have
shut
been.
it down when it needs to be shut down. You're like,
Yes.
I'm not going to reveal his identity, but he got blonde hair.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Diane, how are you? How are you?
Hey, good evening. I'm great. Thank
Good
you. How are you? Hey,
evening.
Valerie. How are you?
Valerie's on. I'm so glad she's watching.
Oh, thank you.
I know I like your hair too. It looks very pretty.
Thank you.
Courtney, what's
Hey,
Hey,
up?
Courtney.
How are you?
I know she's gonna be mad, but my mama is in the comments. Hi, mommy.
Hi! We like
That's
when
her.
mamas watch. We
Yes,
love
we
when mamas
do.
watch. Yes, we do. Mama, I expect you to comment too. So hang out with us. This is going to be fantastic.
She's been watching
Amen.
the show. She really likes it. She loves
Oh,
Oh,
the
I'm so
show.
good. Hi,
glad.
Mary
Yeah.
Lou. How are you?
Thank
Ooh.
you. You know what? I was thinking earlier today, actually, like all of the talk shows have women who are a particular age, except for The View, which is fine. Like, I think that's wonderful. And I'm glad they are able to hold it down. But I was thinking, what about a talk show that is hosted by a seasoned woman,
I hate those terms. Oh, when
Seasoned.
anybody ever says of a certain age or seasoned
Okay, so what
or
should I say? I don't want to say,
nothing.
oh,
Nothing. Why do you have to
A
say anything? Why
woman,
does it
a
have to be a
mature
label?
woman.
Right. Not
a
mature. That's
mature.
worse. And cougar will get you punched in the face. Okay. I absolutely cannot stand for women of a certain age to be called that.
I
Hi, Joelle.
someone called me a cougar and I didn't know how to take it. Like,
You don't qualify.
No.
well,
You're
Well,
according
not.
to
unless he was
them,
12. I mean,
Right.
you don't qualify.
I'm gonna be 40 in July, right?
No, that's
But
No,
not
you would
he
true.
not be
put
a
me in
cougar.
the same vein as someone who's like 15 years older. I'm like, that person has a daughter who's close in age to me.
Right.
Yeah.
No.
I don't think
Uh-uh.
I'm a cougar. I think what's
No.
the one under cougar? I think what is it? Puma or something? It's
Yeah,
ridiculous.
no.
No.
Although I had a person call me a cougar today, but then she asked me if it applied. And I said, not really. My husband is not younger than me. Um, so no, but I wasn't offended by it. Maybe, yeah, because I said something like, if I weren't married, would I be a cougar? And I thought for a minute and I
No.
said, no.
No.
But I don't even
Partially,
know if it just applies to like dating a younger man anymore. Like I
Yes.
think it's like if you're a certain age and you dress a certain way or you carry yourself in a youthful way or
oh,
whatever. I
Oh, okay.
guess
So
okay.
the
I don't know.
definition has changed. Okay.
Oh,
Maybe.
Courtney, that is funny you should say that because she kept saying, no, I'm talking about look at you. And she kept doing
Yeah.
my outfit like that. Oh, I was so slow on that. I didn't even get
You
it.
weren't slow. We didn't know.
Yeah, because
Courtney,
it
we
used to
didn't
mean
know.
something
Oh,
different.
Yes.
It did.
yeah,
If you
yeah.
went after if you dated a younger man or married a younger man, you were supposed to be a cougar.
That's what I
Hmm.
thought she was trying to say. And
So
I
now it's
said,
just
no, my husband is not. But she was talking about my outfit. Oh, okay. I'll thank
So
her
that's why she's
tomorrow.
saying it's a compliment because she's saying that I don't know. I guess once you're over, I don't know what age you're supposed to just wear
I
I don't
know,
look
right?
bad.
I'm not
Like
sure that's a
pants still
compliment
look
either.
good. I don't
It's
know.
like you look good for your age. That's what it sounds like. You dress nice for your age.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you like what?
I did look young today, y'all. I'm just saying.
Did you have on tiger stripes?
You know, I had a little bit of I love an animal print now. I ain't never met an animal print I don't like. But you know what? That is true. So I want to shout out happy birthday to Chance. It's
Happy
his birthday
birthday.
today. It's Tiffany's birthday. Happy birthday to Tiffany. Y'all got some more birthdays? Put them in the chat and we'll say happy birthday. Happy birthday
So
to LeJune.
is Chance Bessie's grandson?
Bessie's favorite grandson
Okay, great.
turned
Okay.
16. Oh my
Wow.
goodness. Wow.
She's
Wow.
gonna fight an older woman who might be looking at him. So,
Yes.
ladies and gentlemen, don't look at Chance.
I think let's see. It was something else I wanted to ask y'all about. Speaking of, since we're on this conversation, two things. Okay, you know leggings. Like I wear leggings. Y'all wear leggings?
Mm-mm.
Do you don't wear leggings? Diane, do you wear leggings? Courtney, do you
I'm
wear
in
leggings?
Florida.
You wear shorts.
I
Yeah.
do. And the sad thing is I had a friend who she had like 30, 40 pairs of leggings. Like she wore leggings all the time. And I used to tell her, I used to tease her so bad. Like leggings are not everyday pants. You can't wear leggings. You know, it should just be running to the store or something like that. And
Yeah.
now you can't get me out of a pair of leggings or yoga pants. It's just become my whole
Right. On the
part of my
other side of
wardrobe.
COVID. On the other side of COVID. Yeah.
It was before COVID. I can't even blame COVID. I was doing it before COVID. It's just very comfortable.
And that was going to be my question because I remember it was a time. Hey, Miss Barbara, how are you? Hello, hello. I'm glad she's joining us tonight. There was a time that I would not wear my leggings outside. Like I felt like leggings you wear around the house, but if you were going outside, you would put a pair of pants on. And and at this point, I'm just slipping on the flip-flops going on to the grocery store. But I do try to have on a jacket that maybe covers my butt, maybe. But that was what I was going to ask, how you guys feel about wearing leggings out in public. Because I remember, D, one time Maurice was like, which I tell you this story all the time, and it was so funny. So Maurice told us, if your leggings pattern changes once you put them on, then you don't need to wear them outside. Although the flip side to that is I have seen some very slim women in leggings that were so tight. To me, it just looked like you were walking around in tights or
they were sheer. Sometimes they're sheer.
Yeah.
So you have to be mindful of that. I mean, leggings are fine if you want to wear them. I think it really just depends on how you wear them and where you're wearing them to.
Yeah.
I also think now they have better quality leggings. Like
Yeah,
I
they
used
do.
to have it was a oh gosh, I'm like embarrassed. It's like a little legging subscription. And I got new leggings every month.
What?
Me too. I was on 2 of them.
Yeah, because there's a couple of them. I don't know if we could say the names of them. Like
one Fabletics.
Fabletics is one, and the one that it was Pop Fit because they had really cute patterns, and then they would, if you look on their like social media, they would show you how to dress them up, and sometimes they could get dressed up in such a way that you don't even realize that they're spandex. They look just like slim, pants or something like that.
Was that, Courtney, the company that was women owned and they donated a lot of money to women's organizations and stuff?
I don't know.
I wonder
if they donated a lot to women's organizations. I know they're women owned and like they were very body positive, and I think they gave you the first pair for free or something like that.
Yeah, I ordered from them too.
Yeah, and they're very good quality. So
very good quality,
thin or anything.
Yeah. Those have not faded, and I ordered those during COVID, and we're 3 years in now, and they are still, the black is black, the red is red. Yeah. Okay, go ahead, giving it some thought. The other thing I was going to ask y'all about is, remember when I asked about the chicken and waffle ice cream?
Yes.
Now, so now And you know what? Actually, Lee Ivory was supposed to be on the show tonight, so I want to give a shout out to him and say we're thinking about you, sending good vibes your way. But I was going to mention that now there is a new ranch ice cream coming out, like the ranch salad dressing.
That's just nasty.
I like my savories and sweets separated.
Right. What's next? Collard greens ice cream? Like, no, stop.
I know,
Stop
like
it.
I don't know about
That's
that.
nasty. Ugh.
Yeah. Or Thousand Island ice cream. Like I don't know.
Please.
Vinaigrette ice cream.
Chitlins. I had me some chitlins ice cream.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I would try some cornbread ice cream. I'm not gonna lie. I would try some cornbread flavor ice cream.
With the chicken and waffles? Or just the cornbread?
No chicken and waffles, just cornbread. I don't do sweet and.
But we have a place here that makes cornbread. It really tastes like cake. I mean,
Yeah.
Look there, Alma. It is so. I don't even know how they get away with calling it cornbread.
My cornbread tastes like cake. Yeah.
Really?
My mother made it that way. I make it that way too. It tastes like cake.
So you just throw ice cream on top of it. That would work.
We could.
I don't need my ice cream to taste like cornbread.
We could. You know what I did? I want to say this and then we can get started. I did a steak in the sous vide. Have you guys done that yet?
No.
It was really good. Hey, Jackie, how are you, girl? I did and that's so everybody will know the sous vide is when you boil your steak in the bag instead of putting it in
Grilling
the oven and
was
once you
seasoned
pull it out,
probably.
oh my gosh, and before you you do sear it on both sides once you pull it out of that bag, but it was really good. It was really good.
The producer says my cornbread tastes like cake. Sounds like a come on line.
That's a cougar.
My cornbread tastes like cake, baby.
I love that. That is a cougar line.
I have to keep that in mind. A
I
cougar
know.
line, right?
That's a cougar line. So before we get started with the questions, I want to thank our voice actress. We appreciate Lori Grant so much. She has joined the family and she is doing this for us every week, and we are quite grateful. So let's get started with her reading the disclaimer.
All materials and information presented on this episode of Ask Alma are for general information and entertainment purposes only. The views, thoughts, and opinions expressed are those of the host and guests and do not represent the views or opinions of the National Newspaper Publishers Association.
Y'all watch out. We got a theme song. We got a voice actress. What? I hope somebody tells Ellen about the show. So, like
She's not on the air anymore.
No, that's why she can write some checks.
Oh.
You don't need to be on the air. Then we can be on the air. Because I remember you said one day we won't be putting on our makeup. We'll be in the makeup chair.
Right.
I was like, yes, girl, with the guests. That's right. So thank you, Lori. She is reading some of our questions tonight. We appreciate it. Thank you, Dee Dee, Diane, and Courtney. I'm going to say that up front. Like before you go on a date, you're going to have a good time. And you go, I had a really good time. Thanks. Like in the first 5 minutes. That's how I feel tonight. I had a really good time. Thank you all so much. So are y'all ready?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, let's get started. First question.
Dear Alma, I recently relocated to a new city for work. I'm excited to get settled and start a new life. I've decided to connect and make new friends through my sorority's local chapter, and I've also started volunteering at a women's shelter downtown. Over the past few months, I also drove around to find a new church and decided on one I really enjoyed visiting. There's a true teacher of the gospel, and people in the congregation seemed to be very friendly. But I was side-eye surprised at how nightclubbish some of the women dressed to attend. My upbringing and experience taught me to dress your best, especially conservative, when attending Sunday service. What has happened to dressing appropriately to go to church? Should I see this as a red flag?
Thoughts, ladies? Want to start with this, Courtney?
Oh, and look at my face. I was like, I kind of wonder, like, when people go to church, right? And we said we're going to be kind. So I'm thinking of the kind way, the Christian way to answer the question.
Right.
Why are you worried about everybody else around you? Worry about yourself. Who are you there for? Like, you have no idea. And that's the thing. You have no idea. Just because someone is dressed like that, you have no idea why. You don't know where they were before they got there. Church is supposed to be an all-inclusive place. The person could have come from the club and said, "Hey, I need me a little Jesus," and that's not for you to worry about. That's between them and the Lord above. That's my feeling.
Right.
I don't know if y'all agree.
Dee.
I think people have taken "come as you are" and run with it. I think that there's a time, place, and space for everything that we wear. And I have this conversation with children all the time. So, I agree with Courtney in that she really shouldn't be concerning herself with the other people in the church. She needs to get her praise and her word and move on. But yeah, I've seen a considerable shift in the way people dress for work, for church, for almost anything. And we probably could stand to pull back a little and revisit because some things are just not, we just talked about the leggings. Some things are not meant for some places. And if the hem of your dress and the top of your dress is only 2 or 3 inches from each other, it's too short and too low to wear anywhere, specifically church.
And Diane?
I do agree with that. I think it's interesting, the shift that we had. Because there was a time where you dressed your best for Sunday, and that meant like professional work, a suit, a tie for men, a nice conservative dress or skirt, or, for ladies. And then, I think in the church's effort to get more people into the church and reach a broader audience, they allowed dressing down. So you could come in khakis and a t-shirt or sneakers, or, where sneakers were not, seen as appropriate before. So they broadened it to include people because they realized it's not how you dress, is what you come for, the message. But I think I'm going to just say this. I think even for the club, sometime when I'm watching these shows on TV where the women have on a really, really tight dress that is rising up, and so they are spending the entire time pulling down the dress. I said, the dress is too short. If
you have to pull it up or pull it down, it doesn't fit.
Yeah. Do you guys see those on newscasters? Because I noticed on my morning local news show, I wonder if it is who can wear the shortest dress. Because now you can even see the spank. Yes. Like a part of me wants to say,
especially weather women. The weather women are always dressed very. I don't know why it's weather, but
they're always pregnant.
And they're always standing. And there's always some. They're always maybe that just gets your contract. It's unfortunate, but we know how that business works, and you want your audience to tune in, and I guess some stations don't care how you tune in as long as you tune in. I've heard conversations about particular news people. Did you see, Tanya Collins on 6 o'clock news last night? I've actually heard conversations about that where they've encouraged other people. They don't care what she's saying.
Yeah.
Which is unfortunate, but it's a reality.
So Craig says, I always thought it was odd we wear suits only to stare at a half-naked Jesus for hours. See, you know what? He is a mess. So my father is a minister, was a minister. You guys know that. He has passed on, God rest his soul. But and I, as a minister's daughter, used to have to go to church before I could go to the club. So I mean, I know how to have club clothes on underneath my jacket.
Right. You had to mix it up.
Right. You had, because grandma was in there, just like you always had to wear pantyhose.
Oh, girl.
And like somebody,
let me tell you something.
And
that part right there,
the
those
pantyhose
tights that first, I went to church with my grandma a lot when I was a kid because I used to spend weekends with her. It's PTSD. It's giving PTSD. The brushing, the combing. I'm telling my grandma it hurt. It don't hurt. All of that. Itchy stockings, them patent leather.
Yes.
Well, that was just a child thing, and like my mother loved to dress up. Like she dressed me up, and then when I had my son, she dressed him up every Easter. And then the thought of Easter just makes him cringe because she would buy 2 suits at a time for him. I think that was just really for the adult, not for the kid. But Boogaloo 22, is that mom? She says Jesus doesn't worry about what we got on. It's about what's in our heart. We worry about how people dress. Some people don't have clothes, so they shouldn't feel badly about what they are wearing.
Yeah.
But I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Courtney. No. Go ahead.
I was going to say, well, what's the other side of that? Because she said, well, is it a red flag? How does it, are they not supposed to let people in if they're dressed a certain way? Like, how should they handle it? Because to me, I get what everyone's saying about, a time and a place. But if I saw someone being thrown out of a church based on what they had on, that would be the red flag for me.
For me,
I wouldn't want to come back there.
Yeah, because she is saying, like, should she not attend this church because of their, I guess, open dress policy that you can come in there looking or dressed any way that you like. But I too don't think that's a red flag.
No. She should sit in the front row so she can get the word, and she will not see any of those women in those clothes that she doesn't like. And she can get out of there right after the collection plate and not be bothered. If she's getting what she needs spiritually from the church, she should absolutely stay.
Yeah.
But if she's going to be distracted by it, then maybe she should find find a like-minded church that,
Yeah, because maybe she isn't a good fit for that church. Everybody in there can be fine, but maybe so if she is in there critiquing everybody, then that wouldn't be a good church for her. And she could keep it moving for that reason. But all of us are saying that's not a red flag to not go to church. Or she could watch online.
I was gonna say, but Sharon said, when you watch online, though, you're going to be in your robe,
in your pajamas,
and your leggings.
I felt bad last Sunday in my robe. I did. I'm in my robe. I was like, oh, should I go put on clothes to sit and watch the service? I still got the word, though. Really,
Sharon said, I walked into church and thought I was in the club with the go-go sounds they were playing, which is a whole nother conversation.
Yes. Yeah. And it was a different sway now as opposed to the one that I was used to. But, I still am very open about that. I'm not
cancel her invitation to my hot yoga church.
I think church in itself can use some adjustments. Especially if you go into a Baptist church, you can go in there 10 minutes late, 20 minutes late, an hour and 5 minutes late, and from the sentence where they are in the program. It's like the same thing every Sunday. And so, and I know that is the way they do it in the Catholic Church. Like it's repetitive. But I think everybody should just go to whatever church you want to. And then if you don't want to be there, you can watch online. I watch online. Or you can not watch on Sunday and listen to it in the car when you're going to work on Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday. Like then you don't have to worry about what anybody had on. But yes, way more than that. It's absolutely more than that.
That should not be a reason you shouldn't go.
No, that should not be a reason. All righty. That was good. Good, ladies. Thank you very much. Let's check out the next question.
I have a situation with my mother-in-law. I'm the mother of 3 children, and she loves them to pieces. It's difficult to write that my husband has passed. I appreciate all that my mother in law has done for us. She has helped me financially, and she watches my children on a dime's notice. As a matter of fact, she spoils them rotten and to the extreme. For example, I just threw a birthday party for my oldest, and Grandma paid a pretty penny to make it a dream come true. We
Mhm.
booked a venue, balloons galore, and catered food. My mother in law showed up with 20, yes, 20 gifts for my daughter,
Wow.
everything she had asked for. I smiled and hugged my mother in law with appreciation, but frankly, I was embarrassed. This certainly cannot become a pattern. I don't want my children to grow up getting everything they speak of or ask for from their grandmother. Alma, what can I do? What can I say?
Mhm.
A recap: this mom, the wife has lost her husband, and the mother of the husband helps her financially and watching her grandkids. But she's also pouring tons of money into these children that makes their mother uncomfortable. For example, she said the grandmother showed up with 20 gifts at her birthday party. 20 gifts. Has anybody ever gotten that many gifts at one time? I have never, even on Christmas.
I got something close to that, but I'll mention it after you finish.
Yeah, I'm an only child, so
Oh my
Mhm.
goodness.
My
I have
son is
gotten
the
a lot of
my
gifts on
son is the
Christmas.
only grandchild. So when and was like the first son, nephew, son, anything in like 10 years.
Yeah.
So my in-laws lost their minds when for his first birthday. What we did was we took the 30 gifts it seemed like, and we put them in the closet. He got three. And then a month later, we pulled out a couple of more, and then a month we still like at the next Christmas we were still pulling out gifts that they had
Wow.
purchased. But my mother told me from day one, you will not tell me how to spend my money, and
Mm.
he's my grandchild, and he can have anything he wants. And I thought, well, you know what? She won't be here as long as us, so I let her. I
Mm.
didn't argue about it anymore. Even that $60 blanket, I was like, wait a minute. I would have had to buy an entire season's wardrobe for $60 when my mother bought a $60 blanket for an infant. And but at some point you just have to let them do it because they won't have their grandparents forever. I didn't want to fight about that.
Mm.
That
Mm.
wasn't a fight I
Mm.
You notice I'm not saying very much because my mother's in the comments, and I'm not even doing it. I'm not even gonna. Mm-mm.
Well, Diane, come on, Courtney, we're gonna get you up the rear. You can sit there quiet for a
I
minute.
know, right? Well,
Hmm.
Craig says if the mill can afford it, clearly the mom needs to start writing the kid's birthday gift list: new car, gold necklace, Chanel
Chanel.
purse.
Get some gifts for herself.
She set
Sharon
boundaries
said,
and have her take 5 back to the car, please. Yeah,
right,
you can try that.
20,
That's
20
hard.
gifts.
Y'all
That's
see
a
what my
lot.
mom said? Just say
Just say
thank you.
thank you.
And that's I mean, at the end of the day, every parent I think has an argument with grandkids, especially you
Mhm.
feel like your parents want to spoil them. And it could be that for her mother-in-law, she's knows that because the son passed away,
Right,
right?
right.
Yes,
So she
yes,
might be feeling like she's got to compensate for the fact that
I
he's
For
think
his
not
so.
there.
absence, yeah.
I think
Mhm.
so.
So that's kind of a
Yeah,
touchy
I
one.
absolutely think it is to compensate and make up and fill some voids for her, but they
Mhm.
don't really. And you know what? I so my daughter-in-law, I because I go overboard with Ava too, but not like that. But my daughter-in-law said to me, "You can do whatever you want to do at your house."
Mm.
Mm,
Okay.
But when she's at home, like there are some rules that we have that she has to maintain at home because otherwise, she won't listen to us. And
Hmm.
I do understand that and I appreciate that very much. And she has been here, they've been here. And I've said, hey, you want to eat ice cream before we sit down and eat dinner. And her mom, she says she's at grandma's, but at home,
That's not
you
happening.
have to do and abide by the rules that we have at home. But this was at a birthday party.
Right. But
Right.
So
you
she
all
made,
have a different kind of relationship too. I mean, I think that there's a mutual respect. Like you wouldn't just say, "Well, when I come to your house, I'm going to be grandma too." Where we know
right.
there are probably grandparents that would do that, and we don't know what these this people's circumstances. Maybe she has said, "Please don't buy my kids 20 gifts," and she does it
Yeah.
anyway. But I wouldn't be embarrassed.
She
I'd be
said
counting
that
how
she
much
was
money.
embarrassed.
Let me share this. I have a friend who recently had a situation where the they had a kid's birthday party and the kids bought presents. So there was probably 25 gifts. And the birthday girl wanted to open her gifts. They didn't do it at the party. They waited till later. But one of the kids' cousins was staying at the house with them, and the cousin, their family is not doing so well.
Mhm.
So for her to watch them open all these gifts, she broke down, and the mom recognized something was going, and so she pulled the daughter aside and said, "Hey, you should give one of your gifts to your cousin. Pick something and give it to her." And she did. So I mean, that might be something. And I don't know how old these folks are in the picture we're talking about. And clearly, I don't know if that was the mom's only son, and now she is just pouring out her grief into her grandchildren.
Right. Pouring a good,
But
yeah.
something to consider is that some people that are in the room or in the vicinity may not be as well off, and that might be an approach that the mom could take with the grandma. So you give those to her in private, or
Yeah.
spread them
Right.
out, because you know.
Hey, Bessie, do you remember? Because Lillian Elizabeth Harris is my godmother. But Bessie, do you remember? I don't know if you remember, but my mom asked me that at a thing, and I said no. Like it was not. It was my birthday. I was like,
Oh,
I'm,
Alma, I'm learning so
you,
much about you tonight.
I know.
Wait.
Like,
Clarify. Someone asked you to share a gift and you said no?
she asked me to give one of
Things
my things
to.
to a cousin. Saying that, and
Mhm.
I said, no, she can play with it, but she can't have it.
Have it.
I'm
I'm
happy to share right now in this moment, but no, she
Mhm.
can't have it.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest as a mom, because like especially, well, not so much now because we live in Virginia, and in Virginia you can't bring like cake and stuff to school and all of that. My daughter would get two parties. I have birthday parties for my son too. Um I'm not giving anyone's kid my kid's gift.
Right.
All of
No.
the activities is the gift. Like there's
Yes.
food, there's
Mhm.
popcorn, like because I pretty much they would have good parties. So
Right.
I don't know. I mean, I get it. That was really nice and really thoughtful,
Hmm.
but I don't
I
know
wouldn't
that
have done
I
that.
wouldn't have done it. I'm
And
sorry.
you know what that reminds me of, which takes us off a little bit, but Josh was an only child. So I would invite his friends on our family vacations. And we took two boys, because I always wanted three boys. So we took two of his friends to Disney. And I can remember we were at the hotel pool, everybody was having a good time. And one of his friends was just being really mean and nasty. And so going back to the hotel room, he said something mean and nasty. And I pulled him to the side. I said, y'all go ahead on to the room. I need to talk to him for a minute. And I said, what is your problem? And he said, I don't like that Josh gets everything that he gets. So we down at Disney. He's with Joshua's family, and now he's mad. I said, boy, let me tell you something. Did you know he didn't pick the wrong mama, right? I said, do you know what your mother sacrificed for you to be here?
Mhm.
You don't know what happened in the grown-up room. Okay? So suck it back in. And I started with explaining that part of it.
Mhm.
All you are looking at is what's, shiny in the fairy dust when you have no idea all that it took for all the parents to pour into to make sure that this
You had a good
happened.
time.
That's right.
And then enjoy the moment.
And
Like,
enjoy the
right.
moment. That's right. I said, because Joshua's dad, he was like, Joshua. And I said, but that's a different situation. But don't get mad about it. You have got to learn to see the good in your situation. So your mother, who was a single mother at the time, I said I was a single mother before I got married to Joshua's dad. Like, you don't know the whole picture of what you're looking at. So here is your lesson. Suck it in, because you have no idea what has happened before you got to this point. And that's the thing that I think we don't do enough of, because now with even the sports games, everybody gets
a trophy.
What is that? How are you teaching? Well, they weren't children. They were like 14 at the time. So he was about 14. But I said, there's always more to it than what you're seeing, when the balloons and the fireworks go off.
And the sadness is that even at that age, he couldn't recognize that he was on vacation in Disney.
Disney.
When I took my my stepson, put them all on vacation, brought all 5 boys to Florida to, for a spring break. And he went back to school, and some kid had some Jordans or something. And he was like, oh, man, I really wish I could have those sneakers. And I said, go back and ask that kid how he spent his spring break.
Right. He could have worked the whole time.
He wore those Jordans on the front step. You spent 7 days at the beach. Like, you have to understand how to appreciate the things. And unfortunately, with back to the trophy thing, is I don't think we are teaching our children to appreciate the moment, because we want everybody to feel good.
Right. But life doesn't.
About being present.
Yeah, life doesn't.
Just to add to that, because when you don't to me, this is just an opinion. When you don't teach kids that, like, I had a one of the last jobs that I worked at, we had a birthday club, right? So if you were on the team, and different teams, everybody had different teams. The birthday club, you would usually get like a cake, a card. They would decorate your desk, right? But on my birthday, I was friends with people from other teams. So I got more gifts because those people decided that they wanted to give me gifts. And then sometimes if it was someone's birthday and I was close to them, I would get them a gift. So it wasn't just that person on their birthday getting the standard. Right. And one of my friends, who's a sweetheart, she's a sweetheart, she might even be watching. She was like, well, I don't think we should do that. I don't think we should. If everyone should just get the same thing, because if everyone doesn't get the same thing, then the person who gets less is going to feel bad. And I'm like, that's not my fault.
Suck it in.
From someone, we had a work collection.
Yeah,
Alma, you might remember we had a work collection, and nobody particularly cared for that person, so they didn't really collect a lot of money.
Mm-hmm. I remember that.
If you're an awful human being,
then you shouldn't get 2 gifts.
But the birthday club at my job, everybody had to put in a certain amount. If you said you were in it,
but this was the other people. The additional people were able to buy what they wanted to buy because they liked you. They bought you extra gifts.
If you would get at least the cake, but
the
birthday package. If someone else wanted to buy you something because they love you.
Right.
And you got a whole bunch of people
buying you gifts, and one
person only got the little cake and the card.
That's all they need to get. Right. Suck it in.
When you start telling kids everyone gets a trophy, then the person who got the card and the cake is going to be like, I should get gifts too. Right. No, you should get what was in the birthday club agreement.
No, Craig, grandma is not sucking it in. That's too much. But I do like the I think it was D. You said you put some of them away.
Yeah, I did.
Like I do.
His first Christmas was insane. So we took, and he couldn't open all those things anyway. So we just put them away, and then every couple of months, the ones that were noisy hid, disappeared. Look, we moved 7 years later and found a toy on top of the wall unit. That quacked and giggled and gaggled and everything, and I was like, "Oh, I forgot all about this thing." We threw it up there one day and just left it up there. We didn't want him. We set a policy. He and his father and I set a policy when he was born. His birthday is the 6th of the month, so we would only buy him 6 gifts every Christmas. That's what he got, 6. Now we couldn't control what the other family members did, but from us, he would get 6 gifts. And as he got older and the gifts got more expensive, they went down to 3. So
Yeah, Josh got 3.
the year he wanted the flat screen TV, he got 2 gifts, not 6, because that TV was 4, right?
Right.
So and we still do that. He's 26 years old. We still limit. We talk to each other and decide, what we're going to give him, and usually it's money now because that's all he really, wants or needs. But there has to be some limit.
It does have to be.
Now, my grandmothers are different, and that's where this conversation started. I think grandmoms are different. You got grandmoms and grandpas. You got to let them do what they do. Like I said.
But I think she's grieving. We did bring that up a little bit. I think she is in serious grieving mode.
Yeah.
And
like
so that adds a layer.
From her, and the other 10 were from her son, who was no longer there.
Right.
Yeah.
Courtney, you got that right. Suck it back in. Yes.
Well, somebody said she need to be pouring that into like an education fund. Or something.
Or something. I thought that.
But we don't know that she isn't.
We
don't know any of those things. She might. My son's my mother's beneficiary, and he gets all of those gifts. So she probably does that as well. Yeah, she needs.
We hope so. We hope so, because sometimes that is not the case.
You're right.
They get the latest Jordans and then not something for later.
And they got to GoFundMe for the funeral.
Right, for the exactly. So you know what, I hope that the mom actually gets some type of grief counseling, because her grandkids are not going to be able to fill that void. And so, I mean, she can indulge them. That I'm a grandmother, I get it. I'll say this quickly because it cracked me up. Ava has a room at our house, and I had put a lot of overflow stuff in her room, some shoes, jackets, stuff like that, because she's not here all the time. She comes every other month. And she was like, Grandma, why are your shoes in my room? She wanted to know why I had, put all of my stuff over in her room, which I thought was funny, because I think kids do expect certain things from grandparents. When you do that, they know that they have.
She knows, I'm sure.
Yeah. She has said it to me. She goes, Grandma, I love it. You give me everything I want. I love it. I was like, yeah, girl, anybody loves it when somebody gives them everything that they want. But she's a child. I don't want her to think at 13 that you just.
But at her age now, she's very appreciative. She's not.
Yes, she is. That is true.
I gave her a purse, and she, got a card. I got a call. I got,
right. Yeah,
so she's very appreciative. She responds the way any person receiving a gift should respond. So you want to buy people like that.
Yeah, I think it's funny when she gets gifts, because kids now, with phones and photographs and all that, she'll go, okay, wait, take my picture. It's like she's holding a gift so we can text it to the person because she wants them to see her.
That's so cute.
That is really good.
I have a picture.
That's pretty funny. That is pretty funny. So, I think 20 gifts is too much, but everybody has their own opinion. So for that grandma has rights, like Sharon said. Grandma, do what you need to do. But
my mother's not in the comments. You heard that, Mom? 20 gifts.
No, your mom, she was like, it is good. I think she in the early part.
She just said, just say thank you, meaning I would have 20 gifts.
Right. That
I would have been able to put them up in the closet either, Miss D. I would have had all 20 gifts.
Well, that's now 10 that I don't have to buy.
Hey, Cheryl Peden has joined us. She was on a couple of weeks ago. Hi, Cheryl. So, we go back and forth on your question. But I more than anything, I think your mother-in-law, as well as your family, I hope, are in grief counseling and love each other the best way y'all can. I think. Yeah, that's pretty much what we have to say. Because the grandmothers in the chat said, girl, just get on out the way. Let grandma do what she needs to do.
Grandma do what she needs to do.
That's right. So, okay, ladies, let's listen to another question.
Good evening. I will be your reader for tonight for Ask Alma. A gentleman wrote in, Dear Alma, I had an affair with a coworker, and it led to the demise of my marriage. Biggest mistake ever. I feel like I got the short end of the stick because the woman's husband has no idea what happened and she's able to go along with her life.
Mm.
Part of me feels like he should know. We both knew it was wrong and we both knew it was consequences. I have tried to take in the high road and work on myself and focus on myself. But part of me still feels like he needs to know. What do you think?
Ooh.
Miss Barbara is watching. Thank you.
Yay.
So is her daughter Jackie. Thank you for reading that question for us. Yay. So recap, this guy had an affair at work. It broke up his marriage. The woman that he had an affair with, her husband doesn't know about it. She's still married. But he's angry and he feels like her husband should know and she should suffer the consequences just like he is with his wife. Whatever.
He got caught.
Right.
Let me jump in for a second. Right before we went.
Sloppy, you don't know what you're doing. Right. That's why she didn't get caught, and now you mad.
He's a hater.
Yeah.
Yes, boy, bye.
You want to snitch now? Is he home alone?
Right. You said be kind. Be kind.
We can be kind and be straight up. Yes. Right, boy, bye. That's kind.
Like you had an affair, like you took.
So are they still having the affair?
No.
Oh, after his marriage broke up, now he's available. He doesn't want her.
Well, she's still with her husband. They had an affair.
Him. She said, "Thank you. I'm going home to my husband." She Jada Pinkett him.
Right.
I'm going to my husband. Right. It's not my fault you had no wife.
Right. Exactly. Suck it up. Suck it up. Yes. So his marriage broke up over it, and hers did not. Yes, she JP'd him.
That's
she knew what she was doing.
She knew what she was doing. So he's mad, and because really, we don't know. Her husband might know.
Right.
He just thinks that her husband doesn't know.
No. Just because you got busted, let her have her life. She knew how to do her dirt. You need to take some lessons.
That's right, Mom. That's right.
I was gonna say that sounds like something we already heard.
That is really just him trying to get back at her.
Right. He is, angry and mad he got caught and now he's all alone and
what is that going to solve? I mean,
what would half-naked Jesus do? We need to kick Craig Collins Young off the page.
That's my friend.
Half-naked Jesus will tell him to go have a seat. He go to that church with that lady with the half-naked women.
Right. We're gonna have Craig on the panel.
He can go to that church and be somebody else to be with.
Right. Wow. Because the consequences were different for both of them.
Her husband, like you said, her husband may know. Maybe he
may very well know.
They work through it, and and they're not together anymore, or not. It doesn't matter.
That husband don't know. She knew what she was doing. She had it lined up. She came home. She made sure dinner was ready and everything was done. She did what she had to do. That husband don't know. But your wife, sir, she knew because you probably was sloppy, and that's it. And now you're lonely. That you pay the cost. That's all.
Right. Pay the cost because you tried to be the boss. Yeah. There you go. Yeah.
So you think maybe he's thinking if her husband knows, then she'll be available too.
And they'll break up. And then,
he probably doesn't even want her. He just doesn't want her to be happy.
Yeah.
And she definitely don't want you because she's point, sir.
She went home and stayed home.
Right. And maybe her husband has a side chick. Woo, Valerie. Wow, I didn't think about that part.
Nice twist.
I know. Either way.
Even if her husband does have a side chick, he don't got nobody. Because he's mad. He still don't got nobody.
He is still alone and mad.
Just the concept that he's asking this question. Like, You knew all of the risks and the potential divorce and all of that. And why are you asking this question?
Because the little boy in him that wants everybody to be unhappy when he's unhappy, you know what? That stems and comes from everybody getting a trophy.
Yep, and he was one of the ones.
Right.
He would have came in last place, and they gave him the same
Right,
trophy. So,
exactly.
yep,
And this is
you're
what you
absolutely
grow
right.
up and become, this person who thinks, if it ruined my marriage, then I want to ruin yours too. And no, it doesn't work like that. Not all the time. It doesn't work like that. So no, you should not, before you get your feelings hurt, because again, you don't really know what their conversations.
You don't know how either one of them is going to respond.
Right. Like
That's true. That's actually true. You might tell and get beat up, sir.
Yeah,
you might say you breaking up a marriage and get beat down. Now you alone and beat down.
Then they both jumped him. Coming over here with your foolishness.
I didn't even think of that, Miss D. I did not.
That's right.
Be careful. Are you trying to take my woman? No, we're not having that.
Oh no,
because I've heard you hear people say women scheme on a level that men don't understand, and she clearly handled her business.
Well,
Yeah, right. they say, I'm not sure who they is, but they say that. Yeah, he messed around, go over there and have all kinds of problems, more problems than he has now. I'm surprised that they were able to keep. I wonder, do they still work together?
Don't know.
Be an interesting question.
They work together.
They worked. They had their affair at the office.
They worked together. They had an office affair.
Every day he see her, he's sitting in his cubicle like this. Every day. I want to follow up to this one. This one is good. Please update us, sir. I want to know what happened.
We want to know that you kept your butt at home and minded your business, because
it's hard enough to see somebody at work that you dated or something just on a regular basis. Can you imagine them seeing each other now?
No, because I never date anybody at work.
No.
I never dated anybody at work ever. I'm trying to think. No. Because you know what, I don't want to see my partner at work. It's fine when we're at home, but I really don't want to be one of those 24 I don't want to go to a cafeteria and see you.
No. Well, when my husband applied for a job at my company, and I went and told the hiring person, do not hire him.
Pulled his app.
Do not. I don't need him 8 hours now.
Yeah,
and then the other, 22 hours later. No, please do not hire him.
And I know some people can do that and it works for them. And I think that is wonderful. That is fantastic. That is fantastic. But no, it doesn't work for me. And I don't mind, my husband is retired military, and he actually, with some other military friends, will go on a trip. Like they went to China, they do different stuff because they are retired now. They got time. I work, but it's like, go have a good time. I'll see you when you get back. I ain't gonna tell y'all what happens when he gets back and how. We don't need to know all of that.
We don't need to know none of that.
But I'm saying, I think relationships can use a little separation from time to time.
Definitely.
Yeah, it doesn't work together, and because I'm really a different person at work. I think my husband recognized me, but I'm a different person at work than I am at home.
Because your focus needs to be on what's happening there.
Right.
If you leave the house and have had an argument, then that, spreads into that space. Like, I like to prioritize my job. My job is my job. My home is my home.
Me too.
If I had, I did date somebody that I worked with once, but it was.
I told you not to.
You did. Actually, twice. Okay,
that's all I'm gonna say.
No, actually, it was twice, but we didn't work in similar departments. We didn't work in the same shifts. We didn't,
Right. So. But y'all know that's my BFF. I had to tell her.
Yeah.
No, girl, no.
I did not.
But that's okay. Live and learn.
Live and learn.
Live and learn. Yes, yes. But no, I don't do workplace. But he is just been, like Courtney said, Jada Pinkett.
Well, she said Mary Lou said she comes to work every day with a big satisfied smile on her face.
Right.
She's skipping around the office.
She's probably not even thinking about him.
Yeah.
No, I bought donuts.
What I really want to say, I can't say on the show, but there's a certain type of energy that I think he's bringing, and it's
Why you can't say it on the show, Courtney?
because it's a family show. So I can't
Ad
say.
lib.
You can spell it.
Right.
Okay, the
Say
opposite
it.
of big is small, and the
Right.
energy that he's giving is small energy.
Okay.
Small,
Got it.
small.
Why
Yes.
are you?
And it was small the whole time, which is why she.
And that's why she's still with her husband. I really think.
I get that. Yes, I get that totally. Yes. B energy. That's right,
As
Jackie.
in baby? Is B for baby? Jackie Henderson Wilson. Alma is different at work. She was always throwing rotten fruit at me and just randomly booing as I walked by.
Well, yeah, no.
Nobody's surprised by that.
That is hilarious. Tracy's
here's
and Napoleon.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
Sure,
so don't be mad at her.
My husband.
Right?
Yes, indeed. So
Yeah.
he needs to mind his business. Like, or you're gonna get a beat down. That's one thing we all agree on. You can run up over there if you want to.
With a knot on his head if he walked around.
Yeah, don't even. It was what it was. It happened the way it happened, and you need to let it go. It is over.
And if you guys get another job, I mean, maybe it's that serious that
Right.
you just can't come to work and be at peace.
Move on.
Just go on and get another job, sir.
Yes, indeed. You can upload your resume. So,
which is what I did, Courtney. I got another job.
There you go.
Ladies, I got another state, so that was.
I was getting ready to say you left the whole state.
Country.
Mm-hmm. And it was a wonderful thing. But Courtney, no, she moved closer to the beach. So there you go. Yeah, there you go.
And further away from the change of letter.
Yes. Yes. Tonight was fun. Thank you guys so much. It was a lot of fun. Diane, we miss you.
Thank you. I miss you guys
tonight.
I'm coming to visit, Diane.
Yeah.
We're coming to Coco tomorrow.
Oh, really?
Yes.
We should have dinner.
I was going to say, I'm going to text you. Do I have your number?
We're on the text.
Yes, you guys are on the group text.
Oh, okay.
Courtney, they both down there in that state. That's
yeah. You know what? I took my ring off and I put it back on because I didn't want you to see my tan line. I didn't want y'all to feel bad.
Yes, indeed. Thank everybody for watching. We sure do appreciate y'all. Come back and see us next week. Same bat station, same bat time, same bat day, Tuesday at 7 o'clock. Oh, same bat channel. Come and see us at 7. Send us some
questions. Tell your coworker
that's
why I'm here.
That's right. That's
exactly what I was thinking, Miss D. That's exactly what I thought.
Courtney, this is on the show and off the show. We've been doing this for 35 years.
And that's
been a long time. Yeah, thank you. Bye, you guys. Have a good night.
Good night.
Bye-bye.
Oh, don't leave.